And welcome on everybody, it's Frogman here, King Pepe II, bringing you the collaboration of Brown Dust 2 here with Goblin Slayer. So gonna check it out. I'm very hyped for this, and yes, I do have Sword Maiden. I'm rocking her right now. Put my little Pepe to bed now. Now we're bringing out Sword Maiden for the PNG here, right? I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Oh man, look at this beautiful art. Let's get it, guys. Let's go check it out. Let's go see what's new. Have fun with it, right? Let's see what they got for us. Hope everybody's saved up if they're rolling for the collaboration characters now. Okay, we got Priestess, the Earth Mother Believer. And as always, for the archives, let's do this. There we go. And there she is too, the High Elf. I love her design so much. I don't know what it is. It's just that she looks like more credible than in the anime. I gotta say, I'm just saying, man. I'm saying. And there he is, Goblin Slayer himself, slaying them out of existence. There he is, guys. There he is. Man, I'm telling ya. Now, he is the free +5 that we're going to be getting, so going to check this out as well. Okay. Do this. There we go. Hopefully my audio is where it's supposed to be at. Hope you guys can hear me, by the way. Hope you guys can hear me over the volume. Still trying to experiment with the volume now. And trying to hit the right spot. Okay, let's go do it. Let's go see. Let's go check it out. Okay, we got the login here. There they all are. Look at them. All badasses. There we go. Okay, we got the updates. I'll check these out. Satisfaction survey results and notice. Okay. Read some of this. Just reading through it right now, you know. So we got the names of the winners here. Okay, then. We got some web events, so if you want to check them out, there they are. It'll take you right to the links. Okay, guys, so let's do this. Let's do this. Well, let me first... just gonna lower the music right now. As much as I love the song, I'm gonna have to lower it. I don't know. I just don't want to be screaming over the volume of it. But anyway, let's see. I'm gonna take a look at... first off, let's go to the events here. Okay, guys. So obviously we have, the event missions here. So if you roll them, you get tickets in return, depending on how many times you get them, right? Dalvi is still going on here, and there is Goblin Slayer right there. You just got to do some missions to +5 him. Free upgrade right here. Okay? Ah, I see. So this is what they did with Sunrun Kagura as well. You would basically level them up, right? And then you get rewards in return. This is how you get their SR gear now. Now, obviously, the UR gear is you have to roll for it. But yeah, here's what in case you want to level them up to get them, this is it. This is how you do it. And then we got Goblin Slayer. Now, Goblin Slayer's gear, they're going to be giving the UR as well as the SR here out for free. You just got to do, certain missions for it. And this is it right here. The UR gear for Goblin Slayer, his short sword. Like I said, it's the same thing they did with Yomi from last year for Senran Kagura. Oh, they even give us this. Something I need. I need that. I need this. I need all of it, right? I need all of it. Journey to Another World, which is the event story here. And obviously we got the login bonuses. So there you go. Okay, so let's go check out the shop. Check out what the shop has to offer. Right? Okay, so Lathel here, the herb tracker. There he is. In case you want to get him. He's in the golden thread. Powder of Hope. Okay, so here they are, the lineup. Thorn of the Desert Rubia, Apostle Morphia, and Track and Field Captain Levia. Okay, there they all are. So in case you want to, +1 Morphia. In all honesty, she really only needs to be +1, okay? Just to reduce her SP cost. That's all she needs. Unless you want to go all out for her, like, you know, abilities. And if you're a huge Morphia, you know, fighter or user, she's in the Powder Post shop. So there you go. You can +1 her or plus, I don't know, wherever you have your Morphia at for free, okay? Then we have a code named Shada here as well. So there you go. The Powder of Hope. Mirror War, Steel Engine, Rafina. She is now in the Mirror War shop. Okay, in case you guys want to get her, there she is. And that's all they got for this. Okay, so let's move it on out. Packages, in case you guys want a whale, here they are. Or in case you want to do a little bit of spending. There they are, guys. Okay. Okay, now, moment we all been waiting for, right? Let's go do this. Let's go check out the draws. Let's go check out their skills, all that good stuff. Even though I did make a video about it in my last one, it's nice to see, you know, the character themselves along with, like, you know, the formation and the description right next to their names. You know what I mean? Okay, guest welcoming special infinite draw. So this is the one that replaced the old one that they used to have. Okay. Now, you can do this for many times you want. Okay, guys? So, during the event, you can draw endlessly without any limits. Once you're satisfied with the result, you can finalize your purchase. Please note that current pickup costumes and limited costumes won't appear. So, remember that, okay? So, probabilities. So, all in all, it's basically it's the same system, sort of. But this time around, there's more to choose from, okay? Now, I remember when I first started this game, this was like something that takes me back. So, in all honesty, you know, I'm going to try and go for either Wilhelmina or, let's see, Rafithia. Could use Rafithia's bride one, like another copy of that. Or I could also use, let's see, Dalvi. I could also use Dalvi. I could use her moon one. For anybody out there that wants to try and get Helena's or Libertas or even Lathos, Homunculus, you know, the supporter ones, Dark Saintus Liberta, Beidle Helena, Homunculus Lathel, and even Onsen Liberta for the chain stack. Yeah, I tried go for those, to be honest, for support. Even Deanna. Deanna, you can get her too. I know that you can freely unlock her, though, with the recruitment. And when you pass Story Pack 10, you can actually get her. She's actually really nice for property increase damage. Meaning, like, whatever element you're going up against that you can counter with, she ups that damage, basically. But yeah. So, we'll see what happens with this. I gotta be very, like, you know, thorough with this stuff. However, guys, be sure to keep an eye, though, on the date, because this is only until June 5th, okay? So be aware of that. And also, once you make your purchase, it is finalized. There's no redoing it, okay? So, what people normally did, what players normally did was they were trying to always go for at least 2 5-stars in a single draw. That's what my friend told me way back, way back when I started, you know. He told me that that's what a lot of players tried to do. They try to get multiple 5-stars in a single draw. Now, the odds of that happening, I mean, you know, it's rare, okay? But it does happen. But that's totally up to you, however many times you want to go through it. You know, But just be aware that it's until June 5th. And also, it is a one-time thing. So once you make that purchase for free, it is done with, okay? Keep that in mind. Okay, so here we have the step-up banners. So you can spend gems this way. This is how you do it. But they are the paid gems. So basically, any gems you bought, you know, from like the packages and stuff, that's what they mean by paid, okay? But this is how you do it. If you want to get them through this way. Then here is obviously the banner pulls for them. Free draws, guys. Free draws each and every single day until the event ends. So just making sure, just to make sure, guys, just be aware, you know. Here they are. Exchange them for Powder of Hope 2. Or, you know, see. So, good luck on your draws, guys. Good luck on your draws. Okay? Good luck on all of them. Now, let's see here. We'll do free draws. We'll do some free draws. Just why not, right? Hopefully, I can get lucky in this one, where I can get some free draws and possibly earning myself a 5-star. Now, I'm actually going to be going for Sword Maiden. See, okay, so the reason why I feel strongly about Sword Maiden is because of the fact that she has that attack, right? Where it's basically like Eclipses with the cross attack. So I wanted to use her in like PvP. I wanted to see how she did, right? It wasn't just because it's Sword Maiden, okay? It's because I wanted to see this. You know, I wanted to see what she'd be like in PvP as well. That's just me, though. Okay, that's just me. Her banner is going to be the last one, though. So keep that in mind, too. If you're saving up for Sword Maiden, just, you know, be patient. She'll come around. Her banner is going to be last, though, okay? It's going to be last. Obviously, I'm going to go for my girl Debbie here. I actually just finished leveling up her skill tree. I wanted to have a strong magic wind fighter. So I chose Dalvi for this. No regrets. No regrets. Okay, there we go, guys. So that's it for the banners, okay? That's it for the banners right there. Now go to your mailbox because there are rewards. You do not forget to collect them, okay? Don't forget to collect these. Very important. Very, very important. Hey, free rewards are free rewards, okay? That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So, story is going to be taking place in story pack. Where is it? Well, it's actually going to be here. So, the event story packs, guys. Now, remember, these are only open for limited times down here. However, since this is a collaboration event, it's technically going to be its own thing, okay? And as you can see, the rental basically meaning that it is limited time, okay? I'm going to click on this. Going to read it. Now, I'm not going to be starting. I'm going to be actually streaming this over on my Twitch channel. And then I'm going to be uploading the VOD on my YouTube channel. That's how I normally do Brown Does 2 videos when it comes to the story packs, character packs, whatever packs, okay? That's how I normally do it. And so, if you want to catch me, I'll be streaming this and the story later today in the afternoon. Eastern Standard Time, so maybe around, I would say, 3 or 4, I'll be streaming it. So if you want to catch it, I'll be on my Twitch channel. You can check me out there. And I'm very, very excited to stream this and to see the story about it. Very excited. But let's get a little insight on it first before I, before I get into it. So Laughable Parties accepts the Goblin extermination request and arrives at the Goblin ruins. When Gray dismisses goblins as trivial pests and lets his guard down, Shada warns him and begins to share her past experience. In her flashback, Shada arrives at the Goblin ruins in search of an ancient artifact, but before she knows it, she finds herself... where's the rest of it? Wait a second. Hold up. Oh, snap. Wait a minute. They leaving us out on a cliffhanger here. Okay, so I think this is maybe a bug, but point is, Shada finds herself basically face to face with Goblin Slayer himself, basically. That's how it is, guys, okay? We just got to imagine the rest of the text. That's, not here yet. I'm kind of surprised that we have a little bit of a... Well, it's not a huge issue, okay? I'm sure it'll get fixed. By the way, you see how this says in the bottom left-hand corner? It is available during the event period. It may be released again in the future. Now, there was a lot of talk about how, like, devs were asking, even in the surveys, about, like, reruns of collaboration events. If people or if players would feel comfortable with that. I'm going to be honest here with this, okay? I'd say I wouldn't mind having a rerun of collaboration events. I wouldn't mind. Okay? I would honestly enjoy to have reruns. Because look what they did with Yumi, right? Back in February this year, they did the rerun for Yumi. Now, they didn't do the rest of them, like Yomi, Hikage, or Izukura, but they did do Yumi's because... They did it because they changed the animation for her skill. Because a lot of players weren't feeling it, let's just say that. And they changed it a little bit. They tweaked it. Right? And now the player base is happy with it. So they also wanted to say though that I guess it was very popular that when they did that, because the thing is Yumi actually is a very strong fighter. I would even go as much as to say she is a very meta character. I mean, she applies bleed, right? She also has insanely strong attacks. She can attack every single turn as well, and she attacks in a straight line like the entire column. Right? So that's why I say, like, she's very strong. And so that was a really nice move on their part. Didn't expect it, like, I did not expect them to even announce something like that happening, right? Right? So it even did her rerun banner for her gear too, for her weapon. So that was really nice of them. So like I said, in case you want to have like reruns of certain collaborations, always remember those surveys are important, okay? They let the devs know, okay, what you want, because then if you don't let them know, then obviously you're not going to get what you want, right? So you got to let them know in those surveys. That's why they're so important. But like I said, I don't mind rerun collaboration events happening. Now they don't have to be, full on, entire month collaborations, but they could be like they did with Yumi. They ran it for like a week, right? They ran it for a week. So a week is fine, for a rerun. Okay? But that's how I see it. I don't know about your opinions about it, but that's how I feel about it. Okay, so we checked this one out, right? Nothing else new. We still waiting for story pack 18. I know we all are. We're going to take a look at the story here. Here it is. Goblin Slayer, Journey to Another World. So this ties in with the story, obviously, of the event story itself. We got normal battle, challenge battle, okay? So, let's see. Fiend Hunter right now, you can practice. Now, the wonderful thing about what they did with the Fiend Hunter is they don't have any sort of, what's that word I'm looking for? They don't have any sort of, basically you had to activate a, how do I describe it again? I had the word in my head too. It was basically activating a certain, like, debuff on the enemy, but you had to do it a specific way. I can't believe I forgot what the word was I was going to use. But they did away with it for the events because a lot of new players are now joining the game, which I'm very happy to see and hear about. So they didn't want to make it too tough where they had to activate that certain, debuff on the enemy for, then in turn the team could do even more damage when it was under that, right? Conditions, that's what it was. Condition. They got rid of the conditions for like a certain attack. Like for example, the last one was for Tanya. It was, wait, was it Tanya? Yeah, it was Tanya. Yeah, it was Tanya. So for hers was a condition was met where you have to apply bleed on her, right? And when you applied bleed, she then in turn would take more damage the next turnaround, right? So they did away with it for the Fiend Hunters for this one and the next one that's going to be approaching later on. So I think that was a really nice thing that they did, okay? It was really nice. It shouldn't be too difficult to get this done with. Obviously, Goblin Slayer, he's fire elements. This is the wind element you're going up against, so you see what I'm saying? So I'm obviously going to be using a fire team for this one, so I would suggest doing the same. So yeah, there it is. Let's see how high I can get on that too. Okay, event shop. So as always, they have the rewards here, right? 15 draw tickets. Always go for these first. Then go for the Tears of the Goddesses next, because these are very rare materials that you need for skill tree upgrades. Okay. Now, totally up to you. I would highly suggest going for these. I always go for exclusive gears that they have for free, because guess what? You can use them on your characters. Now, shout out to a lot of the newer players. This is very important, because I'll say this is because when I started playing this, I had nothing that I could craft gear with, right? So I just used event gear. That's how I did it. It helped me tremendously, okay? It may not be the most powerful gear to a lot of people or a lot of players out there, but it actually does help a ton, okay? It does help a lot. So I would highly suggest going for the gear and then just going for everything else. So obviously, okay, so basically what I do is this. I go for draw tickets first. I clear out the Tears of the Goddesses next. Then, depending on if I want to go for this, I go for these, which I always do, by the way. I always go for these, but then you have to get the whatever level up material that's in the event shop, because the only way you can level this up is with the event material in the shop. So keep that in mind, okay? You can't do it by how you would normally level up, you know, a gear that you craft, okay? It's a different way, okay? Then Refining Crystal, Ancient Crystal. So basically down the line, that's what I do. However, I skip these 4-star rank up stars just because I have a lot of them, so I don't need them. But for new players, I would suggest going for these. Essences, always go for these too. Always go for the essences, because this is very important for leveling up the Awaken. Okay, when you get there later on, it helps out a ton. Levels up attributes. Okay, so it's very important that you get these. Okay, base stats get leveled up too. Okay. Now depending on how much gold you have on you, you would want to go for either the gold or the red slimes. I normally... See, you accumulate gold in this game so quick that, in my opinion, I would rather spend the material on either the red slimes or the engraving scrolls. If you have enough ability pills, then you don't have to go for them, but you can. It's a lot of ability pills, by the way. It'll last you for quite a while. But I always go for the engraving scrolls for this one. But there you go. There's the event shop. I'm very excited, guys. You don't have no idea how excited I am. Okay. Normal battle. So we got Goblin Slayer here. I can do some normal battling here in the meantime. You got challenge battle, which is basically the harder stages. Okay. Now, obviously, it's a goblin theme, so goblin enemies makes sense. You know what? In fact, let's go fight some. In fact, I'm feeling a little bit ambitious here. But let me see here though. Let me go get Goblin Slayer really quick. Feeling ambitious. Okay, so go to events. Now, this is how you unlock him for free. You just go here, right? And then you go to acquire it right away. Boom. And there he is. And we're going to take a look at these stats, by the way. Because I like to put a, you know, description on the face here, so to say now. And then, obviously, clearing this out, it's very easy to do. Okay? Very easy to do these. That's why I say, like, always do these. Like, when they give out +5 upgrades for free just by completing missions, it's like a no-brainer. Just go for it, right? Just go for it. Okay, so before we go and do some stages, let's go check. I actually forgot to look at their stats. Okay, so let's go see them again. So, like I said in my previous video about this, she applies vulnerability with magic, okay? Now, this is what she's like. Amped up all the way with power right here. Okay, she does an AoE field, covers the entire range of the board, 75% magic vulnerability. It's for 2 turns though. For 2 turns, her cooldown time is 1 though. Now this is if you know you go all out for her, right? So let's see what she's at +0 so far. And then let's just say you leveled up the skill tree all the way, right? Okay, so it seems like her cooldown time is always 1 turn. Okay. Leveling her up 1 time, you get the SP drop. So basically, in a nutshell, you could just +1 her, in all honesty, if you really want to. Now, the devs said that they made a lot of the collaboration characters from here on. They're not going to be overpowered, okay? Because a lot of players were having, like... They didn't like the fact that a lot of the collaboration characters are, like, overpowering the, you know... the main characters of Brown Dust 2, you can say. because it felt like a lot of players had to go for them, you know, because they were so powerful, right? That's why I said, like, when they did with Yumi, she is strong, like, incredibly strong, okay? Now, I doubt that they would ever, like, nerf her, though, because at this point, there's no point in doing it. If they ever did a rerun for Yumi again, or for any of the Senran and Kagura characters, I would doubt that they would nerf them. Because, honestly, it's too late at that point. You already have them out, right? Players already have them. They're happy with them. So, they would never nerf them. It's the same thing if they were to repeat or do the rerun of the first collaboration event that they had with Eris and Roxy, right? They wouldn't do it, okay? But from here on out, the collaboration characters aren't going to be, you know, super strong. Where you would have the need then to be like, oh, I need to go for them now because, you know what I mean? They're not going to do that anymore, okay? So they even said it too in their live stream that they're going to make them where, you know, other character banners in the future will, like, totally overpower them, you know? But this is just for collaboration, okay, guys? So keep that in mind there. Takes me back to, like, the actual anime that I watched when I first saw this, you know? She was the first companion with Goblin Slayer in the dungeons. The priestess who worships the Earth Mother. She has no hobbies. No dislikes. She doesn't even have a birthday. Okay. So let's go take a look now at her weapon. So this is her exclusive gear here. Magic attack, 45%. Makes sense. Okay, let's go take a look at the high elf. Here she is. Now, the really nice thing about her is that, like, she actually doesn't really need crit rate. And I explained this too in my previous video as well. She actually applies it on herself every time she uses her attack, right? Which I think is incredible. I actually might even go for her too, just because. But let's go take a look even closer with her skills here. So if you got her a +0, you decide to level up her skill tree. Expands the range, the horizontal attack by, looks like, 2 squares. She's a vault type. Okay, vault type meaning like she'll always attack over the enemy that's in front. Okay. So her crit rate is increased by 100% for 2 turns, and also looks like she's also somebody that can attack every single turn, just like the priestess can. So +1ing her, get the SP reduction. Then if you want to go all out for her, that's totally up to you guys. Okay. But there she is. Honestly, I do love her design a lot. I actually love it a lot. I might even go for it just because of the design. 2017 years old, guys. Silver ranked adventurer of the Adventurers Guild. Well, at least she has things she likes and dislikes at the same time. Doesn't have a birthday or a hobby, though. It's okay, though. Okay, take a look at her weapon here. Crit damage is 90% increase. Crazy, right? Honestly, if you're going to go all out for a high elf, I would then suggest just going for the weapon then at that point. Just go for it. 90% crit damage. That's incredible. I would just do it at that point then. If you go all out for now, that is, okay? Now that we take a look there. Yeah, we'll place you there, buddy. Now, I'm going to be leveling him up in my off time. So basically, when I stream this later on, right, I have the video posted, he'll be leveled up by then, okay? But let's go do a little bit of fighting just because, you know, get some action here, right? Get some action. I know you guys want to see some action. But yeah. One thing I'll say, guys, is this, though. Remember this. Now, right after this collaboration event does end, okay, they're going to be going straight into their anniversary. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. If you don't want to pull for the collaboration, right, and you just want to get Goblin Slayer at +5 and that's it, totally up to you. Just means you have to just be patient for their announcements with the anniversary because they're going to go all out for that. I know they are. They already stated it too. They're gonna have all these reruns of supporter characters as well. Now that's what they said. Okay, we'll see which ones are the ones that are picked, because I'm not sure they're gonna do every single one now for a rerun banner, but you never know. They could. So keep that in mind. New characters on the horizon as well. They're gonna be doing reruns for the summer, so we'll be seeing Summer Terese, the limited one that was out last year. We might actually also still see Summer Shada as well, because she was the very first limited, I believe, for the summer. I believe she was. So we might actually see her too. They'll be doing the rerun banners for, I know for a fact, they'll be doing rerun banners for Mikaela's Summer, Eclipse's Summer, and also, most likely, they'll do, I would say even go as to say, they'll even do like Dalvi's, Venika's, Nebras's, 5-star, summer costumes as well. I have a feeling that they're going to do them too. Plus, on top of that, they're going to be, they said, like I said, they said they were going to be doing the reruns for like the supporters, right? So, meaning, like, we might actually see, like, B-rank, B-rank. B-Idol Helena for magic users, Dark Saintus Liberta for physical damage users, and Homunculus Latham, even, Onsen Liberta. So, yeah, keep that in mind now, okay? We might be seeing them, too, so, whole bunch of things are happening. Plus, we are getting the lovely and very, very overall popular Eclipse as well, because they are having the free +5 of her. So remember that. And yes, they did show a little bit of art for her, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Now they said also that they're going to be having a new interaction scene for the Gluttok. So I have a strong feeling it is going to be Eclipse, though. I have a very strong feeling, in fact, that it's going to be her too. They're probably going to surprise us. They probably want to keep it as a surprise, most likely. And when they announce it, that's when, like, we'll find out who it is. But I have a strong feeling it's going to be her. That's how I feel, though. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. The video, like, subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the stream. You're more than welcome to join. So let's get it. Good luck on your pulls if you're going for them. If not, save up. Save up, okay? Save up. Do a lot of saving. Okay, summer's going to be really big with this one. And I'll see you guys all in the next. Take care, guys.